Hello everyone, Jacketing here. Welcome to probably my favorite track on the Earth, on planet Earth. This is Laguna Seca. You might say, why Laguna Seca? Road Atlanta is more fun, Sonoma is more technical. There's a bunch of other tracks out there that are more physically exciting, and I agree with that, but I have some memories of the place. I've been here since, I think the first time I came here when I was 12-year-old. I didn't have a driver license. I wasn't even into racing. I wasn't even that into motorsport yet. I had a dream. I wanted to get there and I didn't know how, but the first time I set foot on in this paddock, right, kind of like over there is when I really got to dream about, okay, what if I start doing this for real? So to come back 12 years later, well, 14 years actually, finally, and say, hey, we're gonna freaking compete here with our own car, with our own program, with our own group of guys, and try and win something. It's a weird feeling, but it's a very cool feeling. So I'm excited for it. I'm excited to go out and try and do something with the M2 this weekend. Of course, thank you to the guys at iBuck for bringing us out from Chicago. Oh yeah, Vittorio's right here, perfect. We can show off the new iBuck shirt. Look at it, beauty. Yeah. In the back, Laguna Festival. Freaking lovely. All right, thank you. Yeah. Thank you. So yeah, we are here trying to go for a win in track mod. Very tricky weekend this is going to be because there are some very fast cars. There are some Porsche GT3 RSs. There is our perennial Laguna rival, if you guys remember, Gary from Elite Performance. The Eggplant Supra is now back competing with us in the same class. That's going to be a challenge. I don't know if we have the pace to get after him, but we'll try. And of course, our friend Brandon, who shared the trailer with us, came together with us. So it's gonna be a group of very fast cars, and we'll try to squeeze on top 5 and see who can fight for a win. I don't know if outright pace we have what it takes, and obviously I don't know this track that well, but I'll give it my best shot, so. GT40's gone off. I went off. It's sketchy as anything.
Yeah, I know, but all right, what do you want?
I need more downforce. Like the fucking thing is like scary.
Well, we ain't getting that, but.
Well, no, I mean rear downforce.
Oh, rear downforce?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a second.
There's something loose on the right side of the car. It might be the side skirt flapping. That was the roughest session 1 I've ever done. I went off. I let somebody buy it in the corkscrew. It was crazy. It was like, it's hectic as hell, and also the track surface was very slippery for us. So I'm having very little confidence. I can turn in just fine, but by mid corner onward, the back end is just gone. It kind of drives like the 8.6 actually, weirdly enough. It's just got so much more power on the rear wheels that you just, like the moment you accelerate, it's just all over the place. I'm trying to, so we've made a couple changes, tire pressure came down. We're gonna try and find a little more grip. We upped the rear wing, made some driver changes. I'm gonna mentally go through what I need to do and get out there and try and do better. So fingers crossed. I wanna get down into the 29s because the fastest guy in track mod is a 30.6. Gary is sitting second with a 31.6, 31.3. We're like 33.3. I don't know. We gotta get our heads straight and try and get something together. But like, I'm gonna give it everything. Find a little more confidence, find a little more pace. We gotta get in there, you know? We gotta get in there, Lewis. First to admit to you, I kind of suck today, but that's okay. We had a nap, had lunch. Alex is filling up the car, and we're heading into qualifying. It's not often that heading into qualifying at a Gridlife Festival event, I have had more offs than I have had successful flying laps. Last session, I think it was more just pure driver error. It wasn't really the car doing anything I didn't want. I just drove it off the road. I mean, I don't know what the F I was thinking, but that's okay. Positive mindset, we're gonna get back into it. We're P5 out of like 16 track mod cars here this weekend, and all of them are like pretty freaking fast. So just pick up the pace, you know, find some more performance, start moving forward. I think the car at least has a 31, if not 30s, and if not 29s. I think half the issue that I'm facing this weekend was 2 years ago, or 3 years ago now, I was here with a Supra, and even though that was pre-repave, the Supra just had like, I could do whatever I wanted with the Supra, whereas the M2, especially with the sway bars on it right now, feels a little bit more knife edge. And overall, the load on the downforce on the Supra is still a lot more than we have on the M2. So the M2 is just in general more difficult to drive. So sure, obviously throwing downforce on would be good, but then it doesn't really matter if the driver just throws it off the road, right? So it's okay. Little by little. Today's got kind of a wash. Qualifying one now just becomes extra practice. So we're gonna stick it on map 2, just keep trying to turn some few laps. Get comfortable with this place. Get into a rhythm with this place before we start going for lap time, because otherwise, even if we stick it on map 4, it's just a matter of how fast we fly off the road at that point, right? So it's okay. There's no way this car is fucking getting oversteery on me on a fucking cooldown lap. Like, it feels like either the rear tires are so quartered, they're just fucking broken, okay, or something is so fundamentally wrong with the back of the car. I'm adamant. So before you guys think I drive like a fucking asshole, which you can say that anyway, like you saw, I turned into a corner as gently as I possibly can. The back of the car just, I have no grip for some reason. And I think we narrowed it down. And it's pretty obvious, because if you think about it, the four black round things that contact the ground are the only thing that's, you know, connecting whatever I'm doing to the actual ground. And if those things aren't in top condition, it doesn't matter what I do. The car won't respond. So let's go take a look at well how they used to be. As you can see, they're not long for this world. We have gotten basically a full entire season out of this set of Nankang CRS. They've exploded to the point where the sidewall rubber is gone.
Still holding air.
Still holding air. The entire inside's gone. Like everything on this one. This is a right rear. As I exited the corner the final time onto the front straight, you can tell the tire it was not gripping. That's when the tire really freaking just let go and exploded. It even threw a piece at Brandon behind me. Not just the rear, but both this is the left front, it's already de-landing, and the left rear is also gone. Yeah, I think we got the most out of this set of tires. So thank you Nankang for sending a set of tires that basically lasts the whole season. I think what happened is, up to this entire point of the season, the tires are working fine. The tire wear is pretty, like, you know, because the outside is wearing well. But the moment we put the H&R sway bars on, not only did we start having a lot of handling issues, you know, like the car not really wanting to get into corners and such, but also we started having this tire wear issue because we put the sway bars on for what, one event at a test day, and now this set of tires just explodes. If you look at it, there's still wear on the outside, but it just accelerated the wear that we had on the inside. So most likely, what we think is happening, at least, with the extra stiff sway bar, the car's not rolling over onto the tires. It's not letting the suspension settle, not letting it actually, you know, use the camber effectively. Once you have a really stiff sway bar, it stops making your independent suspensions independent. It becomes a lot more dependent on each other. So that's probably what's happening, that instead of rolling onto the car, we're just letting it slide around on those fucking very inside edge, and also contributes to why we have so little traction, so little turning mid-corner grip. We want to revert back. We can't because we don't have the bars with us. And also, doing a sway bar on the back of one of these BMWs is a nightmare. It involves dropping the whole subframe. So it's gonna have to be after this weekend most likely. So yeah, I think the H&R bars are just a wrong move. To dial these tires and the alignment in for the sway bar, we have to go down to maybe 1 degree, 2 degrees of camber. But I think it's just safer to revert back. Because even then, you don't know if it'll work.
At least the car was forgiving.
The car was a lot more forgiving with the old sway bars as well.
Predictable and forgiving.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like joking with him, just like, yeah, just go figure the car out. And I don't care if you quarter the tire, but guess what happened immediately?
I quarter the tires immediately. No, we're running a 33.5. Fastest car out there is the Dundon GT3 RS, 30.5. So, and he had a fresh set of 3R. So there's a gap there, but we put it on the slightly newer gold set. That will be our maximum attack set. And we're gonna hope that will save our bacon tomorrow and find us a magical 3 seconds. 2 more sessions tomorrow to try and figure it out. We don't know if it's gonna work, but I mean, we're gonna freaking try. Alex is like, yeah, it's gonna work. Okay. He acts like I don't know how to drive the whole day. I'm just like, your car's fucking broken. Okay, 50-50. You can't blame the car always, but you can't blame me always. I would say hello everybody and welcome to day 2, Saturday, Gridlife, time attack day, go fast day. It's not. Currently, we've got a massive fog delay. We don't know how long it's gonna take. And honestly, today is a lot cooler than yesterday, and I think that's gonna help us. Watching back the video and, you know, talking to Alex and guys, I hope I wasn't so dumb. I hope I wasn't such an, I wish I wasn't such an idiot, you know, because like, I should have noticed it earlier. I should have been like, hey, something's broken, let's check it. And then we check it, and then we realize the tires are pretty low, and then we change it, and in qualifying one, we would have had a decent set of tires. You know, we would have had these on. Instead, we kind of effectively wasted a qualifying one, running around, like, hanging on for dear life, effectively is what I did. And that doesn't really help anybody, you know? Just kind of wasted session. And I wish also, even more to that, I wish I had more ability to decipher that, hey, that wasn't what it's supposed to do, that the sway bar was costing us time. It is what it is. I gotta learn from it. I gotta try and become a more complete driver, you know? Obviously, the ability to drive around a problem is good to an extent. Like, hey, this is the competition, this is the time, go out and extract the most you can from the car. I can do that, but like, what does the car need? What is it doing? What's it doing that you're not supposed to let it do? I need to figure that out better, so. Let's go! Alright, we're in the fucking game! I knew I can fucking drive, let's go! Oh, finally. Finally, Alex started to respect me. After I finally put down a freaking lap that, you know, I think it was a very angry lap. You know, it wasn't a clean, smooth lap. It was angry. It was edgy. It was okay. The car is still very, very, you know, sensitive to changes. So it's very darty. You know, when it gets sideways, you catch it. The car's like it's too quick to respond, which is not necessarily a good thing. You know, so we're very like on the limit here. It's not easy, but then again, when is it ever easy? 30.9 so far. We have jumped from P4 up to P3 now. Brad has some issues. He pulled him immediately, and then Brandon has some issues behind and didn't get a lap in, really. So now we just got to try and find a little bit more. Guys ahead, Gary with a purple eggplant super running a 30.1, and then the Gabe with the Porsche that we raced against Dakota, 29.6, I think. Here's the interesting thing. They're all on Supercar 3Rs. And I think in the morning, it all took them until lap 3, 4 to bring the tires in to start really, really getting fast laps in. This is good from lap 1. And remember, the final podium shootout, podium sprint, we only get 2 laps. This car will be ready for it. The tires will be ready for it. We'll be game on. But I think they might struggle to bring the tires in depending on how hot it gets. So give it everything, see if we can find a 29. That's my goal.
Out lap, 3 hot laps, fast cool down. So you will cross, start, finish 3 times.
So instead of the usual 2, we got 3.
Correct.
All right.
Drivers needed more time to get the heat in the tires.
Well, I guess we don't even get that advantage. Everybody gets 3 laps. Well, shit. I mean, that's gonna hurt us because we didn't have any tire temp problems. Everybody else has. It's all or nothing. Just maximum attack, just everything we got. Lay it on the line. Is it really fair to change the shootout rules? Like last minute? Cause
no, it wasn't changed last minute. We ran this way
last year?
No, it changed during Road America because of changing track conditions, and then we just kept it.
So we just everybody out but 3 laps. trophy.
Nice try, but wasn't enough.
What did we get?
So Brad 29.28, Gabe 29.6, Gary 30.6. You are 30.9.
Fucking tried it. That was everything I got.
I know. You're like well we know you're like you got them on the first lap. All of them are like way slow.
Yeah.
But the third lap they're all of their fastest lap at the third lap, which
Yeah.
you know is as expected, unfortunately.
I tried.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think that I messed up coming down corkscrew.
Yeah.
It's a big wheel spin.
Yeah.
I don't think we could have found that much time.
No, not like a second half. Oh, we'll get them a quota.
Very good. That's the weekend over. From a performance standpoint, I think I drove to the best of my abilities on Saturday. I got the most I could out of the car in those conditions. And that's it. That's all we delivered. A P4 finished at Laguna in track mod. It felt okay, honestly. I will say a couple of things. One, I think Gridlife threw a rule change at us fairly last minute. Well, the reality is they changed the rules after Road America, but never really communicated it properly to the drivers and expected everybody to reread the rule book after every event, I suppose, after every time they make a change without really announcing that we made a change. So we end up going into the shootout expecting the CRS to be the only tire that would realistically fire up, just to be told, hey, yeah, everybody's getting 3 laps instead of 2. And that's fine. It's racing. Shit like this happens. And you're just going to take it on the chin and move on. I'm not complaining. I just think Gridlife could have done a better job communicating the rule change instead of being told on the spot. But that's okay. Let's talk about the car itself. Good, but plenty of room for improvement. We now have a clear direction of where we need to move forward. Aero needs to be quite a big step up, and we need to find a good chassis balance at the moment, because this is not really a good balance, is it? Very nervous. You need to be hyper reactive to the car when the traction brake loose. And as you can tell, accelerated tire wear. That's not what we want to offer to customers, and so that's not what we're going to use. So we're going to chuck that off the car. $1,200, $1,300 for the straight bars down the drain, but that's experiment, right? Just like we tried the Cup 2s, and they didn't work for us either. If they don't work, we get rid of it, we try it again. I don't mind losing here. I think we gave it our best shot, and even though, yeah, this hurts because I really wanted a podium here, we didn't get it. That's racing. You don't win everything. This season we've taken a couple of brutal losses. We also had some very high points. It's a reasonable performance. 30.9 around this track in the scenario that we had. You can't complain about that. A sub 31, pretty good. Now let's just work on getting this thing a little bit quicker, shall we? Thank you all very much for watching and supporting. Plenty of excitement to come with this one. And that'll be all for us this weekend from Laguna. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you all next time.